Gentlemen, it is go time. My name is Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
About time, too.
Time for our tale of the tape. First up, Lupe Fiasco. We know how great he is with his mouth, but how great is he with Lupe?
This bout,
a lot of trash. And there's the bell to start round one.
Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way.
The straights continue to score. I know boxing fans around the world feel like Christmas morning with these two finally in the ring.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
The straight right just misses. Timing beats speed, speed beats power. That counter punch caught him clean. Typical outside fighter, as you know, focuses on defense, stick and move, stick and move.
It's a flat-footed fight. If you've got a dancer out there in front, you've got to cut him off. Cut the ring off, make the ring small. Put him on the back foot, put him under pressure.
Well done with that counter shot.
They better start respecting each other's punching power.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Lupe in that last round. And there's the bell for round two. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Counter shot lands. These two fighters are made for one another. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Nice counter. To be a judge in this fight, as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Caution is being thrown to the wind.
They exchange punches. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Just missed with that hook. Lucky that hook didn't score. And he scores with the count. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talking about Lupe. And there's the bell for round three. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Good counter punch.
punching. Those counter punches have to hurt. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. Stumbling around in potholes. And down goes Lupe. Let's watch that again in replay from a different angle.
A shot from the gods took him out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come to me.
They got knocked down, but didn't stay down. Once again, showing you how much grit and courage this fighter has.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
Punch, counter punch. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Let's talk about Lupe and
Back into the fight.
on to the fourth we go. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Both men step back for just a moment. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. It hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. The straight right just misses. So much for being a good sport here. They're going to taunt. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Lupe in that last round.
What are you doing?
Time for the fifth round. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Catch and shoot. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
There's a counter shot. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Looks like he's going to try and bait his opponent here. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. When are we going to see a jab from these two? How about that time counter shot? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Lupe in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity. Let's start the sixth. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Nice counter shot. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is the heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history books.
These two are the perfect dance partners. Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Why weren't they covering up? Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Nope, that hook won't score. That hook doesn't score. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Lupe in that last round. Well, this is the time. Here we go. It's round 7. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Perfect counter lands. He threw a punch and just got countered. Good defense there with that left hook. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a terror. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Perfect punch. Stumbling around in potholes, in serious trouble. And apparently no rest for the weary.
Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Lupe in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete. There's the bell to start round 8. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction.
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. What's the referee thinking? And Lupe goes down. It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give me your blood. So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
A perfect counter shot. It's a good start to the round. Did you see that? And at some point, the corner needs to think about, and Lupe cannot take anymore. I think that will look even more dramatic in slow motion.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Listen to me. Are you okay?
So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
Look at his corner. Look at the instructions. They're telling him to calm down. Make the most of the count. Get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee. Save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner. Somehow get to the end of the round.
Final 10 seconds. Hold that thought. And it's a fiasco for Lupe. He goes down. And you can see here on the replay a perfect body shot, and he dropped like a loose suit.
Shot from the gods.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
That will do it. They want no more.